don't remember if I videoed anything, but flipped my bike a couple weeks ago. Like, completely rolled it over on itself. Flipped on the passenger side first. There's part of the road. It actually bent my A-arms. So if you look, this tire is kind of cocked. But I got new A-arms from Super ATV. They warranted them. This one's, they bent too. Like, they're both tires are cocked like that. And this tire, when I drive, it's all fuckity wuckety. I don't think the hub is fucked up. Maybe it is, but I'll get to that when we get there. But speaker, which was zip tied, flew off and hit me in the head, I think. So my go light and the antenna, that ended up in about 1,000 different pieces. That's the beer I was drinking when I flipped it. So that's cool. As you can see, the road did not, the cage worked very good, put it that way. But bent the roof a little bit, scratched it all up, of course, because it landed on this side and drug for a good little bit, because it flipped on the right side, and as I was turning, it completely rolled over and then landed on this side and skidded for a little bit. But the cage did what it was supposed to. It might be a little bent more than it already was, but cage did what it was supposed to. Scraped up the bike a little bit, but I walked away with just a headache and a sore butt. Held on that fucking steering wheel as tight as I could. Didn't fly out or nothing, but that seat flew out. Ended up facing the opposite way what I was facing. I had these stock rims on. It fucked up that one a little bit. Completely fucked up that one, as you can see, but not a big deal. Fixing to sell these tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then these extras I have, just to get them out the way. Put a little cash in my pocket. They served me well. Had enough bad luck with them.
Here's what I found.
The fuck up, Siri. I figured I'd show how to put these L&W Fab 2-inch seat drops on the seats for the seat drop brackets on the seats. The only thing I did so far was pull off these little grommets that right here. Also, you gotta take the seat out. It's supposed to drop it 2 inches and recline it like 5 degrees. I'm gonna do the first one and I'll kind of walk through the second one, but instructions seem pretty simple. So the install wasn't too bad, but definitely dropped it a good little bit. Probably about 2 inches, like they say. Once you do the first one, it's gonna be easier for the second one. Now, obviously, because it reclines it, you're gonna get a little less leg room. I could also scoot it back a little bit, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that because I'm gonna be doing snorkels, and my snorkels are gonna mount here some type of way, more towards the middle. I wanna make sure that I can clear, but I mean, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", something like that in the passenger seat. I got plenty of room. I mean, my knee hits a little bit, but it's not too bad. Definitely way better on the head side of things. So first thing you want to do is move these little grommets. I mean, you use some pliers or your hands or whatever, but save those. This seat bracket was fucking loose, so that's nice. But remove these little grommets, save them, and then you can remove these two 10mm, and you don't have to. All you have to save is this little ring on the inside, a snap ring, and the little lever. And take off these T27s. So once you get the old bracket off, you can pretty much throw it away. As far as this right here, you got these new little Polaris things that are gonna go here. Before you put that together, to put it on the bracket, you gotta put this back together. So you're basically just gonna put this little lever here and get these two little males to go in that female on the spring, and then snap this top part into the lever and push it down real hard. You can tell it takes 2 hands and maybe a little hammer to tap this in, but that's how you're gonna want it. It's gonna have some tension on it. Those little 2 prongs will seat themselves in there once you get it proper. But you can take your bracket, put it this way. Obviously this is gonna be upside down right now. So once you get that all put together, you're gonna put this lever on the back side here. It'll find itself, and then you put that little rubber pad here, tighten it down a hair, and then you got to go inside the bike and make sure it all kind of lines up. I just got to set on this one, but if you want to put the screws in, put it like this, of course, to where your little hooks are facing that way, of course, and you still can adjust it whenever you sit down. But want to tighten it up a little bit, not too tight. That way it's not too tight to where it doesn't slide. You still want to have the slide, but should be good after this. Got it installed, made sure it wasn't too tight to where I could still slide it. I got it slid all the way back right now. Literally as far as it'll go is hitting it up against this because I'm pretty tall. And my head is still pretty close to the roof. It's not too bad. I will be dropping the front of the cage a hair more, most likely. Probably like this much to make it level, but it's not too bad. Definitely will be a little better. Instructions are pretty simple. Ain't too many parts. So it looks like they're sitting pretty level for the most part. Pretty good. Another thing I forgot to do is put these little bushings. It also says to put these little shims, but I didn't find that I needed them. I found it was just perfect. So the little shims I'm gonna use, but the little bushings I need to put back in.